it. Live.
Boom.
Yo,
Splash, sploosh.
splish splash, taking a bath. Stinky boys, welcome back to Fast Track. Hi
Welcome
everybody.
back to Fast Track Feedback Fridays. And we've got 4 in the queue out
Yeah.
of our 5 slots. For anybody who doesn't know, we give very detailed music reviews. So send us stuff that you're working on, if it's in progress or released. Of course, if it's really great, you might be eligible for our top tier track status, and that will get you on our Instagram and our playlists, get you a little feature there. But that's only for the very best. So otherwise, if you just want feedback, send us your rough and dirty in progress stuff.
Yeah, bro, we've been waiting for purple for a long time. It's been a very long time, but it's okay. Like
few and far between.
Yeah, a lot of people have the works in progress. Even so, I think the last 2 purples actually, if I remember correctly, if it was Quinn, I don't think they were releases. Actually, they were also works in progress. So
Yeah,
if you have a song that's like really dope and you think it has a chance and you want feedback on it, give it to us.
it's got that special sauce.
Yeah, because some of them do for sure. We got 4 people in the queue, like Josh said. We have Reiner, we have Ford Toxic, Fink, and then Joe Farwick. Typically get through 5, so there's one more in the free queue. There always is the option to tip. So if you go to that link, it's the same website that you submit your songs in, and it's our website. You submit your song, and then you can tip $5 minimum. It'll skip you right to the front of the line there. If you guys want to get feedback right away, right now, we can do that. You don't have to wait. You skip right ahead. That's what we got to do. So if people want, feedback fast, we give them the option. Otherwise, we do it fairly in the order that it was submitted. So, yeah. So without further ado, I think we could go to the first song. Let me see.
Push that to
Navigating
live.
Oops. Funny album art here. Game. Title's Game by Reiner. Submitted by Reiner the God. Their role is producer. Track genre is trap. Track artist is Reiner. This is a quiet ass waveform, looks like.
Yeah.
And it's just a phone case of like a dad taking a selfie.
Looks like a familiar picture, maybe not.
Is it like? It's not. What's his name? Yeah,
Alec Baldwin.
Oh, it might be Alec. I was thinking of Robert De Niro, but
yeah,
is it Robert De Niro?
I don't think so. No, that's definitely not Robert De Niro.
Yeah, it's like Robert De Niro at home.
Or the old guy from Modern Family. All right.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Reiner the God. Oh, am I clicking it or you?
I got it. It's uncanny, but kind of cool.
Yes. Uh-oh, that guitar is a little cheesy there. It's like Tizo touchdown type beat. Yeah. Driving bass. Down the middle, narrow.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like much mixing has been done.
Nope.
It's kind of calming though. I like the chord progression.
Oh yeah, it's dope. It's a good start. Nice foundation. I feel like the drums could pop through the beat a little bit more. Side shading.
Yeah, balance-wise, it's a lot of bass.
Yep. Got that thick low end. There we go. Game
Hmm.
by Reiner the God. What do you think about the ending? Sound like you had something to say.
It could be worse.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Fades out smoothly.
Yeah, it seems like this is like a type beat, perhaps.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say. It sounds like there's no subject yet.
no, yeah,
That's my guess.
um, yeah. Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to looking at the album art and trying to understand like any sort of story here. But yeah, that was
Uh,
Game by Reiner. What do you got? What do you got for vibes? First impressions?
yeah, I don't think one could possibly derive any meaning from that. I mean, it's
Of
just
course not.
it's
Yeah,
got a game. It's got a fucking phone case with a dude on it. Like,
it's funny.
there's no like real story. It
No,
could be like edgy or dramatic if the right person's on it, but
no, it's not. Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Or
know. I
what if
mean,
it's like Kanye? What if this is Kanye? It'd be
I
it'd
don't
be
know about that.
funny, but like yeah,
Yeah,
same
I mean,
effect.
I mean, overall, I think it doesn't have a lot going on. You
Yep.
know, like it's an interesting chord progression, and I think it kind of works okay. Like I think the fundamentally that guitar part works okay with like the trap beat thing. It's like sort of mildly interesting.
Yep.
Um, it's obviously not mixed really, so
Yep.
it's just like really flat. It just
Yep.
sounds super flat.
Hmm.
Um,
I agree.
and there's no subject, and who knows, like I don't know, I always wonder like when you just hear a type beat and you're like, well, it depends if like who the rapper is on and if they're good. And
No, this is like not mixed well.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, say if it was mixed well though, like
Yeah.
for like content,
Hmm.
I don't know, like I feel like if the beat is too basic, it becomes more of an uphill battle for the artist to make it a good song
Correct.
versus something interesting is going on. Like it's just I don't
Oh,
know.
bro,
If
I
the
feel
verses
like
all sound the same, like how
yeah,
it's hard to like carry that as just the artist then.
dude. Producers more and more are. I mean, they've always been important, but like more and more, they've like gotten their recognition, especially in hip hop. Like you
Yeah.
have super producers like Metro Boomin, for example, who are like making a name for themselves, making their own albums because it's just that important. And even
Yeah.
with these like rap beefs that are coming up now with like the biggest rappers, like the beats that they choose is like a huge factor in determining like oh who won or who is better. So yeah, for sure, like the beat maker needs to bring it, and so if it's sounding kind of flat, then it's like that's your fault. Even if it is just a type beat by itself, like and there's no main subject yet, like it still has to pop. So I agree. I agree with that. I'm getting vibes like Tizo touchdown, this rock and trap infused kind of mix. Some Mario Judah perhaps. Um, some Playboy Cardi maybe, but not as weird and eclectic as Cardi beats are. Um, which I like. You know, when you're going for like a type beat, maybe it's not a type beat. I don't know. Like it doesn't say anything, but what I mean is like an instrumental for sale. It's like you want it to pop out and be unique and not be so generic and flat sounding. So that's where it's at right now. That being said, it's like a decent foundation. It's just it's not mixed well. And hey, man, you're the beat maker. That's on you. You got to do that. So I think we'll rate it accordingly. But yeah, do you have anything else to say before we give scores?
Just at the beginning, I was like expecting it to be like more. I thought the intro was like ironically kind of uncanny, and then it was gonna get cooler. I
Hmm.
was like giving it the benefit of the doubt on that, and then it just became like a little cheesier. I think.
Bro, that the second guitar came in. Let me see. Yeah. Oh man. Oh no. It sounds like so cheesy, for
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, I have a similar feeling, but yeah, I have a score. Do you?
Let's see.
All
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
right, 3, 2, 1. I wonder where you're at.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
close. Andito content. What do you got?
I mean, there's just not much to it.
Hmm.
You know, like it's just super basic. It's like how hard would it be for even like the artist? Like think about like if you're the producer and this is what you come out with, could the person next down the chain from you do something like about this good? And I think like in a lot of cases, if you've got a decently musical artist, like it wouldn't be that hard to layer stuff and do something like this,
Hmm.
or even something a little bit more interesting and sort of passionate. You know, like I feel like if the artist were to like take the same idea or prompt from this without having like many production skills and try to make something, like there might be more amateur mistakes in it, but I feel like it would at least be more like impassioned than this.
Hmm.
This is just kind of like okay, you looped a few things. Like it just doesn't feel like a lot of like care is put into it. It's kind of just like standard. It's just
Mm-hmm.
some loops.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I
You're
think that
saying like the next person down, you mean like the artists themselves who can't produce a beat? Like,
yeah,
is that what you
maybe.
mean?
I mean, because there's not much going on here. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
honestly, it's just like you've got a sample at the beginning, and then another thing lays on top of it, and then you've got like a bass line and some trap drums. Like it's like
Yep.
4 layers.
And all of them has been done before. Nothing is groundbreaking or shattering.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, somebody armed with like a good enough sample or set of samples could do a lot better. I think so.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of like at the very base level. Like it's not like negative. It's not like terrible, but it's at like it doesn't have any like intrinsic value above the rest of the background noise,
Yeah. Yeah.
the cosmic microwave background.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. This will definitely get lost in the sauce, as it were.
But yes,
So,
lost in the sauce.
content. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, it being an instrumental too. There's no real change ups or anything. Um, yeah, it feels somewhat soulless. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say really. Maybe I mean I already said it too. Like that second guitar sounds really cheesy. All of them in general just don't sound like they're very good audio samples to start with. So if you start with mid, you'll end with mid. So this is what it
Yes.
is. But there is like something to say about that uncanny valley in the beginning. Like I did hear potential too. It's like a weird guitar sample that had like almost no attack. It was kind of interesting, and
Yeah.
then nope, just turned out to be a conglomeration of mid samples. So
Yeah.
there's a way to make it work, and there's a way to not make it work, and this one unfortunately was not a way to make it work.
Yeah.
But it is a. It's, I agree with you. It's like foundational. Like if you're building a house, he has a foundation, but that's about it. There's
Yeah.
nothing else going
Yeah.
on. So yeah, I have
And
a score.
it's not even a foundation that could produce an interesting layout.
No,
Just like
yeah,
you're gonna have the most basic standard house ever
yeah,
on
suburbia
top of it. Yeah.
for sure. Suburbia and in like a super lame neighborhood. So
Yeah.
yeah, sorry about that.
In Springfield, any state.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or I don't know, Naperville or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have a score for content. Do you?
Yeah, that's it.
3, 2, 1. I feel like you're gonna go lower than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Slightly lower. Okay.
By the
Production.
same amount though, 3% lower than our
Indeed.
last ones. Everything's divisible by 3 so far, so that's nice.
All right. Let me ruin it.
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
gonna root it? Well, you could do a 69, that would qualify.
Oh shit. Let's go.
I don't know if it deserves that though.
23. Is it
Let,
23?
let's see if we can make ours equal 69 summed.
Yeah. I think that's like a better score. Yeah.
Wait, what we just did was 69 summed.
Oh shit. All right. All right. Pack it up. Go
Let's
home.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, production. It's just like it's
That's so funny.
half volume and it's not mixed. Like the bass is just
Good point.
out of
I'm going down
proportion.
here. Yep.
There's no depth or width. It's just sounds. It's just tracks layered.
Yeah. The
You know.
drums aren't popping through at all. They're getting kind of buried. Yep. I agree. Hello, hello. Did I
Yeah.
lose connection? Okay,
No.
yeah. Um, yeah. Anything else to say?
I mean, it's not. At least it's not like painful to listen to, and
No, it's not.
it's
That's
like
true.
probably an early mix. Like I don't. I assume that this is not the person being like it's done, like it's ready to go. It's not like offensive. It's just there's no real balance. Like that's no real effort's been put into mixing it in a way that's pleasing to listen to.
Right. That we're talking like he talked about it, like taking advantage of the stereo field, taking advantage of like all of the different EQ frequency bands that you can do, um, like effects in general. There's no like any sense of space or anything. There's no atmosphere.
Yeah,
Um, the balance, like he's saying, in a hip hop song and hip hop beat, you want the drums to smack, and they're not really smacking through. The transients aren't popping out. They're just kind of buried. So, um, yeah, stuff like that. Hopefully, that feedback helps in your production journey. But yeah, I have a score to you.
yeah,
3, 2, 1. Buh. I don't think we're going to 69 here. Yeah,
yeah. Nice.
you wanted me to go 40? No way.
59.
Yeah, track total.
Um, yeah. Then let's see track total.
Hmm. Oh, all right. Let's see.
You ready?
Wait. Uh, sure. Three, two, one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
No.
No,
All right.
no.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to guess. Yeah, someone.
Nice.
I was more at like 33, but I was like, "There's no way he's gonna go to.
Yeah. No
He's
way.
gonna go there." Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Reiner the God. Appreciate you. Let us know who is who is in the album art here because it's kind of funny, and
Yeah.
send us more music.
Yep. Send us this further down the line or something else.
Yeah, get an artist on it.
Yeah.
Let's hear some stories, some soul.
They'll
All
get
right, cool.
notified.
We'll go through Reiner. Next person is Ford Toxic. If anybody in the chat, there is a link to submit your own song. I put in the tip link as well if you want to skip right away to the top of the queue if you want to get reviewed right now.
Hey,
But
is Black here?
is it?
Black, say hi. We just got a submission, so I assume.
I see. Black Odyssey, let's go. Wait a minute. We listened to Odyssey before. Is this a new version?
Ooh,
Crazy.
maybe it is. Oh, he's not here. Okay, good to know. Thanks.
Let's see. Oh, okay, I thought he was here, but I guess not. All right.
Nope, guess not.
All right, now we can talk schmack about him.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. But what's up, Black? Good to see you. How to Make Friends by Four Toxic. What do they got here? They are the composer of the track. The track genre is electronic, and yeah, there's nothing else. You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
How to Make Friends. 3, 2, 1. Little, little larger.
They're like a ship docking.
I feel that. Yeah.
Please don't leave, you have it all.
Is that Italian guy we had? Remember?
Please don't leave
T. Lopia?
me
I don't know.
It's not him, but it sounds like it.
No.
I don't know why I don't
Kind of sounds like Bo Burnham.
Yeah, pretty flat delivery.
Don't let
Very melodyne delivery.
friendship fall. Don't change the path we're already on. Does this not matter to you at all?
Piano's a little loud
Tempo change.
There's so much that we can do together. Yeah.
Very early
Whatever
2000s.
you want.
there. Dude, this sounds like a Bo Burnham song.
Yeah.
Guitar's too loud.
Why is that snare so nostalgic?
Why is it what?
Snare is nostalgic. Interesting.
Indeed, that really did have like a 2000 maybe 2010s, like 2005 to 2015 kind of vibe,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like a YouTuber made it. Like
Yeah,
that's what I feel like. This is a Bo Burnham song,
a little bit, yeah.
but like with what I can understand is one I couldn't really understand much of the words, but it sounds like it's very serious and like, I mean, judging by the title, How to Make Friends. I guess that could be a comedic title, but I don't think I heard any sort of comedy whatsoever. It was something more serious, perhaps.
Yeah.
So yeah. What do you have? Vibes, first impressions.
It, it's interesting. It's kind of a mixed bag. Like it feels like there's some stuff that's like somewhat professional.
Yes, I agree.
And even like some of the sounds are like, oh yeah, that's kind of like refreshing and interesting and like not bad. And then like something will come in that's just like, oh, that seems a little bit amateurish, or like that one wasn't really thought through, or the taste wasn't quite there. Like with
Like the
that
ship docking.
the ship docking thing.
Yeah,
Our funny guy Black here said ship docking vibes are the wave.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Are the wave
Yeah.
and his album art. Shout out to Odyssey.
Yeah.
So
But
Black's a big docker, huh? All right. Anyways, what'd you say?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like interesting, but I mean, obviously, also not completely mixed. Like it
Mm,
feels like it's part way there, like more than halfway probably, but still not quite there.
yep.
Um, and I like the energy build. I mean, it's really short feeling because it's basically got like one build and then like this sort of second section, then it goes out. But I don't know. What else do you think?
No, I agree with your points. I don't know if we want to get surgical, but yeah, there's definitely a couple areas where I was like, this instrument's way too loud. This instrument's way too
Yeah,
loud.
yeah,
The main subject matter should be the vocalist, right? So, and he has a decent voice. I feel like the pronunciation and I guess enunciation, um, I think was a little bit left to be desired. I couldn't really hear what they were saying,
yeah.
so I didn't
Feels
get
like
anything.
it gets a little bit masked or buried at some points.
Yeah, so I want that to shine through, and it sounds like the voice is pretty good and the performance is pretty good too. So, but yeah, some balance things were off. Volume, um, yeah, I agree with you. I think it sounds some like there is was definitely mixed better than the last song, but there's definitely like this felt like an amateur song for sure. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know though. It feels like an
amateur and dated. Like this felt like I said, 2005,
yeah,
2015. Yeah.
yeah. It's hard to do because it is possible to do
What's up,
something.
Buda?
Vudo, welcome back. Send us your track. Yes, you can. You will probably have to skip if you want to be reviewed today.
Yep.
Um, but you can do that if you want to.
Yep. We'll always get to your songs. So
Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's possible. I think I really like the use of that like drum kit, like the snare that sounds super nostalgic, like very like mid 2000s.
mid. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I
felt
don't
like it
know.
lacked oomph. When you said the snare, I listened to the snare and I just didn't hear much oomph from it.
Yeah, I think there's like very specific contexts that it works in when you don't need like a very oomphy like thing to drive the rhythm forward. And I think it works okay here, but maybe not. Like maybe it needs something else or it's the wrong energy level for that. Um, I don't know. It's kind of debatable. I think this is like how that would be used in like tracks that I remember like this.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like a weird mixed bag. If some things sound like they're done pretty well, I think like the vocal performance and processing is like I don't know if this person isn't great at like keeping pitch or they just want a specific sound, but it sounds very like pitch corrected to me. Like it just sounds like every note is super flat. I'm guessing it's like Melodyne, like maybe it's auto tune, but it sounds more like one of those
Hmm.
sort of
Pitch
other like
correction.
yeah, like not auto tune pitch correction.
Yep.
Um, so I don't know.
Yeah, I could feel that a lot. Yeah, let's do a vibe score and we can go to the
Yeah,
rest of the stuff. But what do I got here? Bo Burnham, but not funny.
yeah,
Okay, I'm ready.
yeah, me too.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
Yeah,
Yep.
just a mixed bag for me. 50.
Content.
Um, yeah, and then like again, content. I mean, I like that it's kind of a non-standard like song structure, and it is a bit of a journey.
Yes.
I think that some of the journey gets lost because the vocal is not always like the most spotlighted thing.
Yep.
Um, and maybe it is a little bit too abrupt. Like I don't know. I feel like I don't get to know the artist at all
I
in
feel like
this.
the artist is hiding.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I hear your voice, and I think that you're like covering up that you're like singing inadequacies with a lot of melodyne,
Hmm.
and I don't feel like I know who's actually behind the stuff. It just it makes things a little bit more disingenuous. I feel like
Hmm.
when you don't have a realistic performance like that.
Yeah, you got to put
Um,
yourself out there.
yeah, not that it's bad. I mean, I think it'd be better honestly if there were a few like mild imperfections,
Oh
minor
yeah.
imperfections, but
Hmm.
I don't know.
We love that. I
Yeah.
feel like that's gonna be like yearned for in the future when everybody's like, and it might be happening now where everybody's overcorrecting everything. Everybody's trying to make it
Yeah.
perfect. It's like, no, no, no. We want to have like live music and people messing up and not getting everything perfect. It's fine. But
Yeah. I mean, I think that the barometer is it the barometer or like the sort of consensus on that goes back and forth a little
mhm,
bit like cuz people sort of do yearn for like more immersive and like sort of perfect and like unrealistic sounds also, and like that's the general arc that music has taken as like technology has enabled that. But then you have these resurgences of people wanting the realness back,
Hmm.
and you just have to wonder like where does it stop? Like where do we get to the point where like it's we've reached the limits basically of how like immersive and like unreal and like artificial we can make stuff in like a cool way, and it becomes so stagnant that like people really just crave the human part back, like basically the error. I don't know, we'll
Hmm.
see, but yeah, I can see that.
Yup. Yep, Reiner, don't worry. We did you first, but yeah. You'll
Damn, this
clip watch it
always
afterwards.
happens.
It always does happen, yeah. I mean,
But welcome
we
back.
start streaming and then like 30 minutes
I know we give a
we
grace
try to give
period.
you a window, yeah.
Yeah.
So, happens, but all right. You're too fashionably late. Uh-oh, it looks like Josh just dropped out.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It looks like you're back. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it just happened.
That's interesting. All right, but do I have anything else to add? Content. No, I agree with you. Is the artist seems to like to be hiding. Because of that, I don't really get to hear what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
Um, Instrumental. It's somewhat cool. Some of the vocal lines I feel like a little. I don't want to say corny or awkward, especially like this last thing that I heard. Let me see.
All this stuff is moving.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't think everybody needs to go in at the same time and then the piano do it too.
It was a little awkward, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little awkward.
It
But
may be that like something's just out of balance, and that's like that piano might be too loud. Maybe you don't want the piano in there because it sounds too fake. Like
yeah.
there could be a better way to orchestrate that.
Mhm.
That could give the drama that you're looking for, but it's a little bit weird right now.
Yep. Was it obvious? They said you were so good they put you in the Michael Jackson cut. These two fuckers. All right, we got some fuckers in the chat. But anyways, yeah, I agree. Okay, so content. Do you have a score?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Ah, yeah, there you go. Production.
Um, yeah, some extra points for the nostalgic snare, I
Yep.
guess. It's kind of unique, but yeah. Then production, it's just like it's still that weird uncanniness. I think it's just like I said, the like all of the melodyne or pitch correction just makes the voice sound really flat and kind of weird.
Yep.
The stuff that we talked about at the end there, like uh, I don't know. Overall, again, it's the same story for me. It just feels like a weird mixed bag. Like some of it sounds like kind of well produced or like professional, and some of it sounds really amateur. And like,
Yep.
how could you miss that? That's that weird ass like ship docking thing. Like it doesn't sound good. And then
Run it
when
back.
it where was it? I don't know where. I'm not gonna try to find it, but it like
Did you get
I think it was the first one. Let me go back to there.
it? Okay.
So that was weird to me because honestly I thought that it
Ding ding
sounded
ding ding.
like passable enough, and I was expecting it to have like a reverb tail,
Nope.
but it didn't at all. It was
And think
like
about it, guys. Well, I was gonna say if it's a ship docking, there would be a reverb tail, but I don't think he wants the ship docking effect.
that's why it's extra funny and weird because that's
Yeah,
like an impossible sound.
yeah. You should get Bo Burnham on this. I think he'd go
He'd
crazy.
crush it, yeah.
Yeah, it'd
Then
be
you'd have
really
a
funny.
good track.
Yeah.
Then this would be funny. Like like the music would justify the lyrics and vice versa.
Yes.
It makes sense.
Yes.
But yeah. Any other thoughts, production?
Nope.
Okay.
I have a score. Do you?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
Boom.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I put it
Okay.
a little lower. It's just like
I feel you.
after I heard that ship horn.
Oh yeah, ship horn maybe docks it down. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Track total.
Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
That's an easy average for me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's some promise here, man. Like,
There is. Yeah.
I want you to come out of your shell and like just put yourself out there. Don't hide behind all the processing. Get your vocals out in front because that's what we want to hear. Um, yeah, it feels like you're a musically shy person. So
Yeah. No, I don't see this as like a track where you just feel like it's somebody trying to make the same thing as everyone else while also
yeah,
being not that good at it. It's more like you've got I think he's got a unique sound and
yes,
like unique vision, and is doing a lot of things well and right. Like it's interesting overall,
mhm.
but just some of the like I think production specific stuff, like how you produce your song and make it compelling, is another story.
Yep.
It might be really good song underneath if it had like if it made more sense musically
Hmm.
with the sounds and stuff, and if the like the vocal delivery and everything. But
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, if we can actually hear you tell the story, bro, that's what we
Yeah,
want to hear. But thank you, Lord. Is it no Ford Toxic? Appreciate you. I thought he was Lord Toxic. I was like, that is a wild name.
yeah.
But cool. Thank you very much for submitting, and we want to hear more from you. So right now we got Fink, we got Joe Farwick and Black, and then we have Fuyuda in the chat, and then other people in the chat as well. We have a feedback form, you guys. If you want to submit your music, if you want us to review it, use that form. Right now, we have 5 people in the free queue, and that's usually how many spots we have. We went through 2 already. We have a hard stop, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is an hour from now. As you guys see, we take about 15 minutes per song. So yeah, 5 spots is usually what we can give. So we have 3 spots left. We have Fink, Farwick, and Black. And if you guys want to submit and be heard this week, in fact, right now, you can use this link to tip. Submit your song, and then once you submit your song, you can tip. It's a $5 minimum. It'll put you right to the front of the line. Nobody here has tipped, so it would skip even those people that are already in the queue. So if you want to be next, because we have people that have deadlines to meet, please use that tip link and let us know if you're going to do it so we can listen to your song. If not, we'll go in order that they have been submitted, which again is Fink, Farwick, and Black. So yeah, cool.
So to reiterate, if you want to push Black to next week, tip
Yes.
now.
There you go. That's a better way. Yes, yes, yes. If you want to save us from listening to Black's, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you, Black. Um,
All right. Hopefully nobody tips.
yeah,
But submit your stuff. I think Vuda, you asked if you could submit still, and you indeed can. And if you do, and you get reviewed next week, if you show up, you can replace your track. We'll let you do that. So
yeah, yeah. That's true. You can save your spot essentially. So, Vuda, get it in. You might have $2 this week. It's like times are rough. It's okay, but
two
put your
dollars
spot
rebate.
in.
Yeah.
You'll be first next week.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I don't think anybody's gonna tip right now, so we'll go to the Black's crying. All right. Well, Black, you can
He
solidify
said
your spot if you tip.
he said, "What is a memorable, compelling story for Fast Track?" That sounds like a question either by or for AI. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why it sounds like that, but you should try asking ChatGPT
I think they're asking like from like
a story like in a song.
if I submit a song, what is memorable and compelling? I don't know. Like there's a bunch of memorable and compelling stuff. We'd have to listen to it and find out. But this track in particular, there was like I couldn't hear any story, so this was like an absent of a story.
Yeah.
But cool. All right, let's do Fink then. I don't want to fall in love. Their role, excuse me, is the producer. Track genre is drum and bass. Fire. We got Fink. Um,
Oh, he responded, by the way. He said, like, what is y'all story for the website? Do you
oh,
mean like why we have the website?
sure.
I guess we can talk about that. I mean, basically, we just I think actually where it came from is like originally the thought was that it's difficult to like make music and be successful when like so many people are doing it and it's just hard to get listened to.
Yep.
And getting help and especially feedback is like really useful because there's I don't know exactly what the word would be. This might be like coining a term, but like perceptual waning maybe it could be called, where it's just like you work on something, especially as an art like a solo artist alone for so long, you just lose perspective over time and you can't really like see your track for what it's worth as easily, and so you'll like make decisions that aren't necessarily in the best interest of like creating the best possible output
Mhm.
because your brain just can't like see clearly anymore because you're when you're focused on something with tunnel vision that's also like your baby. So the idea was feedback, and like we had all this, we have some ideas in the pipeline around like getting feedback and helping that process. That's separate, but then we also just realized that like keeping track of all of the moving pieces in making music is really hard too,
Mhm.
and bringing all of your collaborators into one place and keeping track of all of your tracks as you move through them is like a really needed thing.
Yeah.
What we've got
Like
right now is like all of the project management stuff. So like keeping track of your tracks and projects and versions of tracks, inviting collaborators with different levels of access, like letting people comment their feedback,
Mhm.
assigning tasks, just like keeping track at a high level of everything that you're working on for your projects.
Yes, thank you for the layup, Black. But we'll say like it's like a um and he said he asked for a story. So it's like making music today. Um, it's like more available to everybody than it ever was. Right? There's technologies out there that enables you to do the composition, the mixing, the mastering, the engineering, the promotion, all that stuff. Um, but one artist can't do that. They can't wear all the hats and wear all the hats well in a way that their music can actually take off and build a career, right? So the standard like industry solution is there's a record label that has a silo of people, specialists in all these different areas that can make the music release very good. Um, but it's not accessible to most people. It's exclusive, right? You have to get signed. So the website here, like in our vision, it's like let people who are artists, let people who are music service providers, engineers, promotions, A&R, all that people, bookers, let them go to this website and be able to build their own teams, their own record labels, such that they can make their releases pop off and collaborate and do splits and all that stuff. One centralized hub for music project management and releasing. So, yeah, that's the story. If that was a long-winded response, sorry, Black, but also, if you have any thoughts on like that direction, or if you guys sympathize with that, or if you disagree, let us know. Black is a beta user, so we want to hear some feedback from you as well. Especially now because the product is so much better than when we interviewed you.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, like if you guys want to get into the beta too, please use that link. Sign up, DM us as well, and we'll try to get you interviewed and into the product right away. Anyways,
I was gonna say he's a harsh critic. He says we got to work on our story and make it simpler.
okay, let's do a 3 sentence thing.
3 sentence elevator pitch.
Yeah, so it's like making music today is difficult because you have to be good at many different specialties in the music release process. That's 1 sentence. It may be a little long. Um, FastTrack is a platform that allows you to bring all those specialists to one place and manage your music projects. That's a 2 sentence? That's a
Yeah.
2 sentence pitch. Yeah. What about that? We'll see
Yeah.
about it. Black, let us know. But anyways, we'll
Depends
get back
what you
to
mean
the
by
music.
story too, because story is a little different than pitch. So
Yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah,
But cool. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate the feedback. We are applying for accelerators and stuff where questions like this are, being asked. So
yeah.
okay, cool. So I don't want to fall in love. Fink, drum and bass, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, by the way, links in there. We have a new homepage also, just FYI. So you'll see like a little overview of what we talked about with the actual product, which should be more concise potentially.
True.
But yeah, let's do it.
All right. Fink, 3, 2, 1.
I don't
Nice.
wanna fall in
Fire.
love.
Interesting harmony.
It is loud.
Turn down a little bit.
Love. I don't wanna fall in love.
Like very vocal synth.
Whoa. Oh, that's so modern talking.
Jeez, what alien planet are we on?
It's like alien gas noises.
I don't wanna fall in love.
The tremolo is very distracting. It's like too
It
much.
sounds like a ring modulator.
True.
I don't wanna fall in love. 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 I don't wanna fall in love.
Shots kind of the same thing. Literally just loop. Sounds.
That freaking modern talk.
I don't wanna fall in love.
A lot of that Not a bad ending. I like the ending.
True.
But what the fuck? Interesting. Like, Rainer the God just said, "Yo, just watch the stream. VOD, thanks for the feedback. Yes, the song wasn't mixed at all. Now it's finished, and an artist got that beat, and it's going to release it." Okay.
Oh, fire. Okay.
Sick.
Yeah, I guess it was a while since we heard it, but how did
Yeah.
you find the VOD? Did you
Yeah.
like rewind it on Twitch? Is that what it is? I don't know.
Sweet. Yeah. Send us the finished one if you want, or something else.
Mhm.
But anyways, this was interesting. I mean, just like interesting sounds. I liked some of them. Some of them were a little bit offensive almost. Like, I feel like that really loud one that keeps being used over and over at the end. Is this one? Jesus. I mean, some of them are cool. Yeah, it's so like throaty.
Some of them are cool, but it's like Black, I'm here. You can click on the channel and go to videos. Okay. Yes, Black. I just put in a little thing, a one liner, see what your thoughts are. But anyways, yeah, I agree with that. I think in general, like some of these sounds, they are some of them. First of all, are like in the dubstep world, or this is DnB. In the EDM world, they're like very stock. Like there's one sound specifically where it's like yeah, that song that synth is called Modern Talking, and
Hmm.
that shit was like overused and out of date since like 2014.
Yeah.
That 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the problem is I'm hearing these stock sounds and I'm hearing them literally not change notes, literally not changing like any sort of synth parameters or like having them
Yeah.
like wub or anything in some cool unique way. It's just like this is the sound and I'm going to play it, I'm going to have it hold a note and then not do anything.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of underwhelming in general. I think the drums sound pretty snappy, pretty nice. And all drops don't have to be like crazy or anything, but it's weird because the way that the bass is mixed or these wub sounds, the way that they're mixed, it's like up front and center. They're mixed very aggressively. So I'd expect them to be like very interesting and kind of like the main thing I should listen to rather than having like, a background bass that's just kind of giving vibes. And it's like, no, 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 this is mixed front and center and they're not doing anything interesting. It's like you're putting a spotlight on somebody like at a dance competition, but they're like not moving. It's like, no, 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 this isn't right, So that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from it. I do like the vocal as well, but I think it's literally like one line and there's nothing else that she says or does. So it just felt like they kind of put it there as like an excuse, like, oh, I need a vocal, I need a girl EDM vocal to be on my EDM song before the drop, and I want to focus on the drop, but the drop was just underwhelming. So yeah. Anyways, Josh, do you have anything to say on vibes? I'm reading Black's thing here, but do you have
Yeah,
anything
I'm
else
reading
to
that too.
say on vibe before we give it a score?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. hearing that, like your take on it too, I just makes me kind of tired of hearing so much music that's just copy pasted stuff. Like
Mhm.
that's
Mid.
just so, yeah, it's just so tiring that that's the case. And it makes me think also of that whole thing about like wanting more of the human thing. Like I kind of would almost rather hear like a kind of mediocre song that somebody actually made by hand than just like always like fucking samples that are just slapped into a DAW. You know, like it just gets so old because it becomes so predictable and obvious, like how lazy it is kind of to just like copy paste sections without really like any regard for the listener experience and just copy pasting like samples or like I don't mind most of those sounds that like the EDM sounds that are used or the dubstep sounds or whatever, but they are so stock. And there were like many points when I was like, there was some interesting modulation that was done, but it could have been even better. And I'm just wondering, like, if this person did that modulation like by hand or like on their own, why didn't they make it more interesting? And they just left it sounding so sort of basic and stock.
Mhm.
Or if it's not the case and they're just like collecting a bunch of samples and then they're in the right key and they're putting them in there, like then that sucks because like now you've got basic ass sounds and like you don't really have much that's super salvageable if you can't do anything more interesting like modulation wise to those electronic sounds. It's like what do you have then? A sample collection. So yeah, it's like again a lot of it's cool. It's just like do you have the flexibility with your source material to make it more interesting,
Mhm.
or are you gonna have to go back to the drawing board anyways because it's just samples, which I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah. And
But
just try to think about like what is the thing that we're trying to focus? Like, why did you make this song? Like, do you want us to listen? Do you want us to vibe out? Like, there's like Liquid D&B where it's all about atmosphere, and you have this nice contrast with like the fast moving drums, but everything is mixed so chill, and there's like a nice vibe, and the bass drop doesn't matter. It's just kind of like there, you know. But here, it's like I feel that a little bit with the vibes, but not really, and it's mostly mixed towards, like, "Look at this sick bass sound, I'm gonna flex on you with my sound design," but you don't do that, right? That's what I'm kind of hearing, so, ask yourself as an artist, like, why are you making this? What do you wanna show off? Like, what is your art that you're trying to convey? So, anyways, yeah, do you wanna give a score?
yeah,
Alright, let's see.
think about this.
Okay, have a score.
Yeah, me too.
3, 2, 1, ugh.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, I'm a little lower.
A little higher. I mean, I think it's interesting. It's just like it's lacking a little bit, but I think it's somewhat interesting. Um,
Damn, Black, try to give us a pitch and
I
he
see his
misspells
pitch, yeah.
fast track so hard.
And
Fast track.
your
Weather. Wait, hold on.
weather and your
You're a troll, Black.
sorry.
Hey, no way. All right, Fast Track, the home of collaboration. Nice. Whether you're an artist, producer, and engineer, Fast Track will let you collaborate with NES regardless of DAW. Anyone? Yeah, okay.
Let me.
Yeah.
I have a thought. So Black, you said record labels allow you to distribute music, finance yourself, and provide some degree of marketing. I would argue that more fundamentally, there are three things that a record label does. One, they give you people. Two, structure, and three, financing. And Fast Track is the first two of those. It intended to be the first two of those. So like you can find people in a network basically that are the right fit for your project, and maybe even in a better way than some record label systems work, where like you can self-select who you want to work with and then have the freedom to swap people out versus being told by your label who's going to work with you.
Mhm.
And the second part is the structure, just like instead of having like sort of people-led structure where the label is telling you what to do and just kind of like doing the stuff for you for a price, and a price being like ownership and creative control and whatever your deal is percentage wise.
Yeah,
But
and it could be like non-transparent too.
yeah, but like the idea of Fast Track is giving you that structure to understand how to release music better and to make all of the processes within that easier,
Mhm.
just managing all of it and connecting all of the different pieces. So the financing part is harder because money is finite and you can't just like create a platform that just pays anybody. The idea what we're trying to do with Fast Track is make it completely accessible. So anybody can have access to people and structure, and it can be very like sort of self-serve and you can decide how you want to forge that path. But of course, like the funding part, I mean, maybe there are some ideas. There have been a few ideas out there about like crowdfunding or being able to pitch to like music investors or something, and that's a little bit harder and obviously like harder for individuals to get. There's no easy way to give people money, basically, like to just do music because 40 million people are on SoundCloud. You can't like give all of them $1 million.
Mhm.
So yeah, but that's the idea. Is like yeah, there are like more similarities than differences, I think, in how we're simulating a record label in a self-serve kind of democratized way.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't distribute music and handle finances now, but like
But
we
distribution is a commodity, and anyone
right,
who
right.
says otherwise is like, what are you selling CDs?
No, yeah, yeah. I'm just telling Black like, and he says we'd love to see what the end product is. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
our product is just starting. We're starting with the project management because we feel like that's the like kind of the core
yeah,
of like what you need. You need to have your musical project managed, and you need to have your collaborators all in one place.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm glad that you weighed in, Black. Actually, it's nice, and I put out that statement because um the connotation of record label, first of all, it's like it's kind of nebulous, so I want to know like what do you think a record label does versus
yeah,
what we think versus what does an investor think, because like
yeah,
that might not be a term that's like accessible to other people. So I'm glad that you weighed in, and there's definitely like some agreement from what I heard with from your pitch and what we're trying to do. So thank you for weighing in. But yeah, let's get back to the music content. What do you got?
yeah. I mean, again, like some interesting sounds, but they sound very stock. So it's this dichotomy, and the structure is. I mean, come on, like that second. I don't
Yeah,
know what to
copy
call
paste.
that
Yeah.
section is so copy pasted, and it's like, oh fuck, why are we here? And it's not even that long. It's 3:45, and it feels like it's going on forever. Like it feels like we're at 4 minutes when we're actually at like
Yeah.
2 minutes, two
Yeah.
and a half minutes. But yeah, what do you think?
No, I agree completely. And I already talked about the stock sounds and everything. And my other tip, my other like piece of feedback is in production, so I'll hold it for that. But I have a score. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Content 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Yep, production.
Um, yeah, and then the production. I mean, it's loud. It's louder than the other tracks that we got so
Yes,
far.
it's loud. It is pretty clean though. I feel like.
It's pretty clean. There's a couple points when it's a little bit piercing, maybe a little bit
Yes,
harsh,
yes. There's
but
a build up white noise sweep around here. I
oh
think
yeah,
that's
that
like
was I remember that.
almost too
It's just too bright. It doesn't need to be that thin and hissy and bright. Like why?
true.
It's just yeah, it doesn't need to
True.
be that way. But fuck, I mean, other than that, it's like okay, it's fine. I want to check what the differences between this and this. Ooh, no, 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 no. That like ring modulator thing, that is so trebly. There's like no body to it at all.
Yep.
And it has this weird ring modulator thing, which like I'm not sure exactly what it does, but I feel like ring modulators usually introduce a little bit of a tritone feel,
Hmm.
right? Like the devil's interval, like that. Doo doo. Like it's like a bad.
That sounds like a
Yeah,
fog.
that's what it is. It literally is. I think that's the interval.
Really? That's funny.
No, that's actually not the interval.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's just a perfect fifth.
Oops.
Um, but yeah. Anyways, I think it sounds weird, and it's a little bit quiet, like too quiet there. I think too, and then it gets really loud. So there's some work to be done, I think, with just gain staging and making it less harsh, and maybe it could even be a little bit less compressed because I don't know, it just feels a little bit like blown up and not super nuanced or like incredible sounding.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Say labels provide structure. Uh-oh. Hello? Hello?
Flashed again.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I was asking Black about his thing. But yeah, he said, "Thank you. You gave me a great tip." And I said, "What we did?" He said, "Yeah, labels provide structure." It's like, "Yeah." Just tip for the skip. Can you see I got no notification? Oh, you did using our website? Wait, Reiner, we already
Sweet.
reviewed your song though. Wait.
Oh, he sent another one though. Oh shit.
Oh shit, dude, what is this album art, bruh? Is that fucking what's his name? Who's the game show guy? Steve Harvey?
Yeah.
Anyways, you usually only do one song per artist per stream,
Yeah.
but
We
we'll
should.
see. Yeah, we'll see if we get through everybody else. Maybe we can get to you. But
I think that's what we should do. And like, I don't know if that would be an official rule, but like, yeah, generally we don't want to spend 2 out of 5 slots on one artist, 40%.
wait, it
So
shouldn't. It should. That's our fault too. Actually, the website shouldn't allow you to.
in theory, but it's not, you know, a coded thing that we
Right.
have.
Right. Okay.
And
Okay. That might
yeah,
be our fault. Yeah.
so I mean,
Maybe we
it's
can work out some sort of refund or something. I don't know. But
I don't know, but what we can do, I think, would be fair is we can still get you in if we get through the other ones.
let's do it. Okay. That means we got to go.
Yeah.
So production. What do we got?
Let's see.
Yeah, I think the overall balance is a little bit bright. There's some areas where it almost hurts to listen to, but I don't think it ever gets quite there for me. It is loud. I think this genre needs to be loud. So I think the production, it's glaring a spotlight onto the bass right now. And I would, try to put sound design points here in production, but the sound design here is very, very elementary, and I think it detracts from the song.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, though, I think it sounds pretty decent, and like with the vocal, it sounds pretty good too. Like,
I don't wanna fall in love.
it's like sounds decent. It's definitely a trebly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds
okay.
okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
All right. Score production 3, 2, 1. Ugh. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's go, baby.
Yup.
All right. I'll put it
Right.
there. Track total.
Nice. Let's see. Track total.
I don't wanna fall in love. Catchy
Yeah.
hook.
All right. In our map.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ugh.
Boom.
Yep, that sounds
Close.
about right for me. Thank you for the submission for Toxic. We appreciate you. All right, cool. So we are going to go to probably Joe Farwick, huh?
Yeah. Let's do Joe Farwick.
All right, Joe Farwick, Red Stars and Purple Night. Their role was songwriter, composer, lyricist. Genre is pop. And they said, hey, this is a song for my album. We'd love to get your feedback. All right, cool. Joe Farwick, Red Stars, you ready?
Yep. That's it.
3, 2, 1. This also sounds like Bo Burnham.
Yeah, it does.
I miss my dad, I miss my mom. Time just came and life took them away.
That's a loud
Wow.
name.
Yeah.
Sometimes I meet them in my dreams, and I think to myself, when time will end.
Very close to the mic.
Sometimes I'm stuck in time, but tonight it's just you and I, just you and I.
Cool sound.
Sometimes I'm stuck in time, but tonight it's just you and I, just you and I. Red stars, purple night. And if we really want it, we can be together. Just you and I. Put your hand into mine. Let's reach for the sky. We got no place,
That's weird.
no place to stay. Hey, we'll be okay. Put your hand into mine. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Put your hand into mine.
Sounds like a great singer.
Yeah. Cool melody. Flat delay. What an experience.
Yeah, dude, that guy. It sounds like the guy's voice is like ringing in my head.
I
And,
know.
like, he's like this. He's like, it's like, dude,
It's, like,
you
so
don't got it.
close.
You do not have to eat the mic, man.
I know. It's really they probably just want more of the proximity thing to get all that bass in there, but it's too
you don't
much.
need it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's way too much.
It's
All right.
weird though. I mean, I feel there were certain points that I felt like this is actually a really good singer. And there were points that his voice reminded me of Hosier a little bit.
Yes.
Like that sort of deep bassy tone or whatever, sort
Yeah.
of baritone thing. But yeah, there were other points when there was like a weird run somewhere in the middle, and then it had like a delay trail that made it even worse. And and then at the end, just some odd stuff. There was some cool melodies, but it also felt like the vocal was super heavily compressed,
Oh,
which
for
didn't help
sure.
with it being like extremely close in your face and kind
And
of in your
loud.
brain,
Yeah.
and so loud. I mean, I think that it was less pronounced of a volume imbalance like later on in the track,
Or
but
we just got used to it.
when it yeah, or we got used to it, but when it came in, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how do you not listen through that one time and immediately know that the vocal needs to be turned down?
Mhm.
That's the kind of stuff that, I mean, you have to wonder, like we talked about the whole perceptual waning thing, like especially if it's your own content, your own voice, like it's hard to have an even perspective.
Yep.
And if you're using like bad speakers, that hurts more because then you can't tell what other people are hearing even more. Um, but yeah, that's just like surprising, like how that kind of thing slips out. It's
Yep.
so loud.
Yeah. As someone who's heard his music for years, he's actually an amazing artist. Actually, I think so too.
Yeah,
I did we give this person a purple for one of their submissions?
I'm not sure.
I think I think they've submitted one other time, and from what I remember with the album art, I remember it being very good. So
Hmm.
yeah, I could see that. But it goes to show you, man, that something like this could happen to the best of us, where it's like get some feedback, get some other ears on it, see what they think, and you might miss something that's kind of blinding. And in this case, it's the processing for us. Musically, I think he had great singer, beautiful voice, beautiful melodies. But yeah, like the way it's literally mixed and recorded, it sounds like he's inside of my head and it's disturbing.
Yeah,
But they also like when you said it's like very compressed, I feel like you could hear the room noise like being brought up so much that it's like abrupt when the vocal comes in
could
and
be.
out. Let me see if I can hear it.
I think it was at a different point than you did. Did you like play and
Not
then click around?
here watch. Like as soon as it starts, you can hear the like there's no room noise and then there's
Oh,
room noise with this vocal.
I miss my
You hear
dad.
that?
yeah. There's that
Yeah.
hissing. I mean, it's wait.
And you
So
can hear you can hear it cut off in the back end here.
no way.
Everything just goes yeah.
So black. So black. How do you know Joe Farwick exactly? And you said he has a Telefunken 251s, CL1B, crazy monitors, good engineer.
I refuse to believe this. Hey, if we ask Joe, it might be like intentional.
Could yeah, or it could just
Maybe.
be an in progress thing. You
Yeah.
know,
That's true. Yeah, is this released? I don't know if it's released. So.
it could be a super rough mix. I mean, he could have just like done like some stock pipeline to this just to get it out. You know, who
Mhm.
knows? You
So
met him on Twitch,
there's a
okay?
whole community of people on Twitch that get music feedback,
Yeah,
and I
right.
guess we're somewhat part of that community,
Yeah,
but there's a broader community. I
interesting.
wonder who else do you submit to, Black? Let us know.
Yeah,
Um, anyways,
so we can go shut them down.
yeah,
Just kidding.
let's go bot farm them. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
All right, vibes. Joe Farwick, Red Stars, Purple Knight. What do you think? You got a score?
I'm thinking red ratings, not purple knight.
Red. Whoa, you're going red,
No, 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 no.
red. Okay.
No.
Let's see.
Man, what score?
The way it's produced actually really does bring it down. I think for me, but I do. I can tell there's like a great artist underneath this. But
Yeah, that I did have that feeling.
okay. With that being said, I have a score. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
3, 2, 1. Oh,
Damn, that
a
low.
little low. Yeah. Yeah.
I I was. I mean, I guess your last comment swayed me a little bit,
Sure.
but
Sure.
I feel like there's promise in the
Oh, for sure.
vocal
There's definitely
performance
promise. Yeah.
and in the track probably too, but yeah, it's just the mixing is what's like really grating me
Yeah.
right now.
Content.
Uh Again, I mean like good performance, kind of interesting, pretty short, I guess. I don't know how complete of a track it sounds like. And again, I feel just distracted by like at the end it was like so overwhelming how boomy the vocal was that I was like not able to fully focus on the actual
Agreed.
content.
Agreed.
Um but I don't know. It's got something to it. There's something special underneath there. I feel like
For
that you can
sure.
feel.
Yeah. Again, the like you said, the production was just distracting, and the vibe of it was literally this guy's voice is like he's like pressing his. This is weird, but he's pressing his lips on my ears and just like singing into my brain, and it's like,
Yeah,
how can I even listen to like and understand the content and story that's being given? You know? when that
Yeah.
feeling is just overwhelming. So
Yeah.
yeah, the vocal lines are great, and I could tell he's a great singer, and the falsettos he nailed it. But yeah, so we got to say there, and the synth line was nice, arpeggio.
Yeah.
But cool. You have a score?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Production.
Yeah, and then production was the part that was a little bit difficult
Oh,
to listen to. I think it brings it down, but yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say there. I think there were also some points when there was like a delay that was like a little bit invasive.
Yeah, I thought that was okay. But
There were for the most part it was good, but then there was one point when it just like went on for too long, and it was kind of like, I don't know. It didn't even like trail off. It was just like the same volume over and over.
Yep. Cool.
Interesting.
I agree. I have a score.
Right. Me too. Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. Damn. I mean, I guess it's like same
Yeah,
motion.
bro. There's like 3 instruments, and like the vocal, yeah, it got fumbled. The production of it. So, yeah. But overall, total score. I think I'm like here. Yeah. You got something?
Yeah, I do.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of doubt. I could tell he's a good singer. I can tell
Yeah.
he's a good ear, but yeah, production.
I sort of just
Fumble.
feel like maybe this could be really interesting if it was better produced, like cool track, but it just also doesn't feel like the most interesting track to me.
Yep.
It kind of feels like an interlude song a little
It
bit.
does exactly feels like an interlude, yes.
Yeah.
Which, if it is, let us know, Joe Farwick. Put that stuff in your description. And is this a work in progress? Let us know. It looks like it's not released. You didn't click it, so and there could be time for him to change it. So yeah, bro, like get away from the mic. don't compress it so much. Like yeah, it sounds boomy. This might be a work in progress, actually, Black. So like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Don't let this change your opinion of the artist that is Joe Farwick of immaculate production. But cool. Let's see. What has he got? Telefunken, blah, blah, blah. Sent the wrong files. We talked on and off. Say this, very few people on Twitch feedback that give actually good feedback, regardless of gear or job title. Thank you. Yeah. We try our best. We don't have the best gear either, but we have
I assume he's including us. He didn't say.
I would just take that as a
Very few that are not
compliment.
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Black. We appreciate you. Okay.
And you're next. You're next in line here, and then we'll get to Rainer
We'll be
to
able
your
to get to
second
Rainer.
track, which is a little accommodation we don't normally make, but we will do it for you because you've tipped already.
Yeah, that and like we're kind of going fast, so
Yeah,
good.
now we're zipping through.
Unless Odyssey is like a 30-minute just crazy
A
banger.
30-minute Odyssey, yeah.
Yeah, for real. Odyssey is usually not a short thing, but actually,
well, in this
2 minutes,
case, it
30
is.
seconds. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Black Odyssey, he's back. Their role: independent releaser, social media manager, promoter, marketer, influencer, release strategist, release coordinator, physical production manager, event planner,
Wow.
event staff, event promoter. This guy's a troll.
He's the whole record label.
This guy is the whole record label. See, do you see all of this problems? All of these hats you have to wear. Don't you wish you had a team that did it for you?
Exactly.
But yeah, you got rap, track genre. The track artist is Black. Is it poopy? He asks. We'll see.
Interesting. All right, let's hear it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Is it poopy, chat? Let us know.
I've been ballin' for all to see. I've been ballin' across the seas. I done seen
Very
what I
boomy.
had to see. All I feel is ecstasy. Got these treasures all over me, over me, over me. I've been flexing, got these sirens all calling me, calling me, calling me. Had to get some glory from my odyssey, for odyssey. Day one all in. I was searching for the money, along the way I found me. Had to overcome the worst, I do it for my family. I ain't never had a down, cause it always had me. Never love a hobby, she just wanna harm me. Yeah, I might have slipped up, but I'm moving like the army. Traveling for some seasons, the Lambo is the reason. Flexing all these bobos, hope they know that we ain't even a meeting. Ice on wrist, I'm flossing. Pimped out coupes, I'm
I think your voice has so much better here and then talk more comfortable.
Across the seas, I done seen what I had to see. All I feel is ecstasy. Got these treasures all over me, over me. the city and I'm looking for them cougars with hooters. I ain't so rest, I'm flossing. Came
Dude,
down
I think
coops,
this part
I'm
sounds
ballin' too
great.
high up, no falling. Baby, I'm sailing now. I've been ballin' across the seas. I done seen what I had to see. All I feel is ecstasy. Got these treasures all over me, over me, over me. I've been flexing, got these sirens all calling me, calling me, calling me. Had to get some glory from my odyssey, for odyssey.
Nice.
I'll say this, Black. It was not poopy. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was cool.
But I say I didn't say you give good feedback. I also say you didn't. We'll take it as you did. Yes, I don't have a team. You made the beat. Yes, in the midst of mixing this record, I studied figurative language and different ways to say things, and I literally thought of you, Chris. And he was like, he's gonna be happy with my next shit. Yeah, yeah. The Odyssey and Alt
Nice.
to Sea. There were some points where I couldn't really understand, especially when you do the lower octave verses.
Mm,
And I was trying to say it like which parts of the songs I can just tell that you're more vocally comfortable and confident because I can hear it well and it sounds good. So like those little bridge section, those pre-chorus sections, I think sound the best. Like you sound fantastic there. When it's the lower verses, it sounds like you're having even struggling to get a pitch out, and then the pitch corrector doesn't know what to do.
yeah.
And I think I was saying this before, but yeah, like I don't know if this is in the workshop stage. Like I would workshop like just putting it, kind of keeping it in that same upper register, and maybe even going higher. Like I'm getting a little bit of like Young Thug vibes on this, and Young Thug, he's like he's up there,
Yeah,
and like, dude, try that, bro. Like that might be crazy.
could
Like
work. Yeah.
yeah, a little more energy, So, or like Roddy Rich is another example. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, pretty decent. I think you made the beat too, so that's cool. I think the kick, and maybe Josh would be a better resource for this. I think the kick is very boomy sounding. Like, what do
Yeah.
you think? Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Let me go back actually and just make sure.
That was a perfect Young Thug. Ain't no way. You guys are glazing right now, bro.
I ain't so rest, I'm flossing. Came down coops, I'm ballin' too high up.
Yeah, it's boomy. It's very round. It's not super like
That's probably accurate.
what.
Sorry. Continue. I'm being an idiot in chat. Please.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I think it fits for the style. I think.
Think so?
Yeah. Do you think there's something wrong with it? Like it's too boomy?
The kick? Yeah, I think it's just too boomy, and like I can't, like I feel like it's masking the other things. But
Might be a little bit, or like it's not completely gelling with the rest of the track.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like asserting itself over everything.
yeah, this feels like when I think of Young Thug or Roddy Rich, even it's like I'm cruising in the car, or in his case, a purple Lambo, windows down, and like I'm chilling. I'm not trying to get like this aggressive ass kick. That's just like this is almost like Death Grip's aggressive kick, where it's like smashing and like
Yeah.
boomy, like that's not the vibe I'm getting here. The vibe I'm getting here is like I'm chilling.
Yeah. Black, do you have any side chain going with that kick? Is it side chain the rest of the track at all? Because I don't know if you're doing that, but I feel like it would help to like have it be. Oh yeah, he said nah. I think it would help a lot to have that be a little bit quieter, like a little bit quieter, or maybe just less boomy mix wise, but make it more defined. Make sure it's like it's got enough punch to it so that we can like feel the transient of it and not just the roundness.
Yep.
And then have it do a little bit of side chaining on stuff, and that will just help things feel less like they're masking each other and a lot more dynamic. I think that would help a lot. And then with that, you can bring the volume of it down just slightly so that it's not like interfering with your vocal and all the rest of the tracks. Like you want it to mesh, not be on top of things. Yeah, hopefully that helps. I was gonna say also with your vocal, there are a few points I think just generally throughout, like once the track ends, where I feel like my impression is that you're rushing a little bit. Like it just feels like you're kind of jumping the gun and trying to get all of your melodies and syllables out at different points. Like, yeah, when you're saying like Odyssey and whatever, like
Odyssey.
yeah, like the sort of timing of that line and of the vocal run or whatever like feels like it's jumping the gun rhythmically a little bit, where it's just always a little bit excited, like a little bit ahead of the beat and not as laid back as it could be to really be in the pocket. Like you want it to be just like in that pocket, feeling good, like riding low, instead of like too excited. Like I'm gonna be an artist. Like it's like, oh, like chill down. Like you got to like get the people that are listening to it to be like chilled out, not stressed.
I understand where you're coming from, and uh yeah, because
I know that.
I always tell you, yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's put it that way. Because like, yeah, it doesn't have. What I'm saying is like, it doesn't have to be on the grid for sure, but there is such thing as a pocket, and I could agree with what Josh is saying. That all the Odyssey, it does jump the gun a little bit. It kind of fits what you're saying, like, oh, he's eager to show the world, like, all the sea. Like, I'm on this journey. I'm gonna get a purple Lambo. So it kind of fits. But I agree with you. If you're going off the grid, there's such thing as a pocket, and some people are not going to feel it as much as others. And yeah,
And it's also to say like the pocket isn't about being perfectly on the grid.
right, agreed.
And it's better if you're not, but
Yes.
it's just like if you are. I think the most common thing for whatever reason is being too far ahead of the beat. I don't know why that is. I don't know what the psychology is with like sort of being, maybe it's just a little bit of a nervousness that a lot of artists have around like making sure you get your best performance out,
Mhm.
and that like if you wait too long you're going to miss it or something. Like, I don't know what that is exactly, but
Mhm.
I think that's very very common, and like the artists that sound the most confident are the ones that are most laid back and in that pocket, because the pocket involves being like looser with things, and I don't know exactly what the mechanics are there, but there's definitely something about like
Yeah.
confidence being looser and being a little bit more behind the beat versus ahead of it. Usually, not always, but
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. There's like, I want to show you a couple of songs where you'll probably be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, I
But
mean,
dude, I've been through like situations where like I listened to that song the first time. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's like a whole beat ahead. But
yeah, yeah,
after listening to it, like for some reason, you're like, no, wait, this is actually pocket. It's kind of crazy.
yeah,
I don't know if this has the potential for that. I agree with what you're saying, but
yeah.
it does have it like it makes you think like, wait, is that pocket? You know?
It's not a rule either, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like there's a difference between like somebody who's like a pro that's
Yes,
doing
there
it
is a difference.
intentionally,
Yes.
and they're like they know what they're doing and they're doing it with style and swagger and confidence.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who's trying like doesn't have like necessarily an opinion of like where they should be around the beat. They're just generally falling a little bit ahead of it because they're excited or because they're nervous. Like I think there's a really different thing that comes across there, and it doesn't mean that you can't be ahead of the beat ever. It's just like it's if it's a symptom of like not quite being fully confident in your performance or delivery, then that shows through. Like it's just people can detect that.
Mhm.
So not to say that that's like a super bad problem here. I just think that there are points when I'm like feels like it's a lot. Like you're trying to get a lot of words out, and sometimes it's a little bit rushed.
Mhm.
But overall, I mean, it's you've got like great melodies and stuff. Like you've got good tone, vocal tone, and like it's a cool track.
Yeah.
Um, I like it,
Yes, I agree. He agrees.
and it's
Cool.
catchy.
Score.
It's an earworm.
It is catchy. All right. Score.
Yeah, I got a score.
Vibes. Where am I at? Am I here? Okay. At this stage, yes. Okay. I have a score. Do you?
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. Boo. I
nice.
was gonna I was gonna be at 69 for a second, but I was like, no, it's not a 69.
I don't
Okay.
think so. I think it's
No, it's
better than
not.
that.
It's not. Yeah, it's good. There is like if I'm in the studio with Black, I would definitely want him to try the high register. But
Chat's
yeah,
starting to get it. Rainer, the god, is getting it here.
what's it? 69. That's her. That's her. I agree.
Also, Black, you said that you're on a roll. I don't care what they say about you in other chats. People talk about us.
I think he's just being an idiot for sure.
Anyways,
There's no way we got clout in the Twitch
I
space,
don't
do
think
we?
so.
I wonder who are like the top people for feedback. Because didn't we have somebody who was like a top feedback person? He like submitted a
Somebody,
song. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
early
interesting.
on.
It might
I
be a very
mean,
small community. We don't know.
I think the top people are the people that do it every day or like 4 times a week,
Yeah,
which
ain't
makes
no way,
sense.
bro.
But we ain't got time for that shit.
No, ain't no way, bro. You guys
They're
have time for
they're
that.
not building a product,
Yeah,
so
yeah. They might be, but it ain't fast enough.
maybe. Yeah,
But anyways, content.
slow track. Um,
Indeed.
there's a duck guy. What the fuck does that mean? I think he's the biggest, but his opinions are shit. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it, like what I've seen is that the most popular like reviewers are the ones who are just most entertaining, not necessarily like the best feedback, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But and also just like the ability to go through tracks really fast, basically like disregarding stuff you don't want to listen to, which is against our philosophies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We listen to little guys.
Yep, sure do. All right. I mean, content again. It's like earwormy. It's hooky. Like lots of good delivery. Maybe some work to be had there as well. I don't know. There could be some fixes around the base thing. That's sort of content production.
Yep.
Uh, but I don't know. You got any other thoughts?
Um. What did Black say? He said something about wordplay or something. Let's see. Uh, where's he at? Figurative language and different ways to say things. I literally thought of you, Chris. He's like, he's gonna happy with my next shit. I heard that in your hook, which is great. Like Odyssey, all the sea, and I want to hear it more in the verses, and I hope that the more comfortable vocal range will help that. So I can't wait to hear what you have next. And if you're exploring it, like, and you go higher in vocal range, like, it might take a couple of times to get it right. So I'm excited to hear what you do, and it's the experimental stage. So it could go bad, it could go worse, it could be better.
Like
So
Jokerhead.
yeah,
Sometimes goes both ways.
Jokerhead is a different animal, so we'll put that in a different bin there. But yeah, whenever you're experimenting, like, yeah, just know it's an experiment, and I don't want you to get down on it or anything. And yeah, I'd love to hear like what you do with it. But yeah, that's the main change I would say for content. Otherwise, because I want to hear the figurative language. That's why I brought that up. And I do think, from what I've heard now, it does. And I've had this criticism on your tracks before, where I feel like it's like very it's trying to sound as generic as possible, but for now it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like you're adding some cleverness to it. Odyssey, all the sea, you're adding your own story, which you talked to me about getting a purple Lambo, and I heard a bar about that. Like, so that's nice. I like to hear getting to know you as an artist versus I'm just trying to make a generic pop song, which I know you're trying to get into pop. So that's part of the learning process. But Jesus, what is happening, Josh?
The motherfucking Chicago Fire out here, dude.
Chicago PD and Chicago Fire going crazy.
I know.
But anyways, I know a master engineer who gives amazing feedback. Sadly, you don't get enough love. Sad. That man living in GTA for real. All right.
Mastering engineers have very finely tuned ears,
Yeah,
generally.
I have ear damage. So, anyways, content. I have a score. Do you?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Production.
Yeah. Then I mean, I think the main thing that I'm thinking about now, maybe because we talked about it, is just the kick. Like, it just needs to sound more integrated, a little bit more toward the defined side of things, or like punchy side versus kind of round and boomy. I think that would help just make things sound more like uniform or sort of like glued together. I don't
Yeah.
know. Along with like some side chaining and just, proper volume gain
Yeah.
staging.
Black said it too in the chat. He said that it. I don't know if this is true. Maybe you can comment on this. He said that he had to kick in 808, and that it made his vocals sound muddy. I don't know if there's any truth in that. If they are masking each other in the same kind of muddy frequency, that it like makes the voice itself sound muddy. I don't know if there's like a buildup problem there, but I do hear the end result of what he's saying, where I feel like the vocals in some areas have some like muddy low frequencies that I don't think need to be there. Like, I think they could be
Yeah.
kind of boosted in the highs, if anything. Not
Yeah.
boosted. Let's do subtractive.
Yeah.
Get rid of like the mud in the vocals. Yeah.
Add more harshness.
No, don't do that. And like, it's you can make your vocals like, I think it can be a little more sparkly. I think that would be a nice effect. And if you're out of that lower octave, maybe that would allow you to do that and like not sacrifice the fundamental or anything.
Yeah.
So cool. But yeah, production otherwise, I think it sounds pretty decent. But yeah, there's that the kick problem, the muddiness of the vocals. That's what I'm hearing right now. Do you have
Yeah.
anything else?
Nope.
Cool. Production score.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Ugh.
Boom.
Yep. Track total. Imagine me giving him a 69 right now. That'd be crazy.
Yep.
If only, right? A person can dream. I have a score to you.
Yeah, I know where I'm at.
3, 2, 1.
Rainer, the god again.
69. You coming in with that 69?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Dude, yeah, the fucking font. Wait, did he gave like a highlight message bits or whatever.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's like 2 cents or something. How much does that cost?
It's funny.
What's up, Dom DeWise?
Dom DeWise.
Yes, sir. Use that form.
Dude,
Put it in.
I don't think this is him, but I miss Dom Rocks. He hasn't been here forever.
Yeah, I don't think it is him. Black wants a 69. Should we give it to him?
All right, you asked for it.
All right, go. No, just
Yeah.
kidding. Anyways, thank you, Black. Appreciate you. Thank you for weighing in on our pitches as well. Trying to get give feedback to us. Get us better. We get you better. We growing, baby. Let's do it. But Ryder the God been waiting patiently. He's looking for a 69, and this
Last one.
profile picture might just get it to him.
Yeah.
And here it is. It's King, producer.
Chris, is there chaos going on by you too?
Can you hear people?
It sounds like frat sorority people.
There is likely frat parties happening right now. I can close the window.
Crazy. Black said we're living. Well, he thinks I think we're both living in GTA.
Yes.
Crazy.
There are some occasional gunshots around here. So.
Yep.
But okay,
Nice
cool.
thing.
We got King. We got Steve Harvey. They did him dirty here, but
Oh god damn! I thought that was Shrek.
That's crazy. It does look a little
Steve.
green.
Super green. The fuck?
I can't stop looking.
Steve
at him.
Harvey the
All right,
ogre.
That's so funny. Their role as a producer, it's trap. Rage beat for an artist, not much variation. Maybe you know how to make it more interesting. Maybe. But this is for an artist. And he said it's a rage beat. This is bricked as
fuck
fuck.
is a-
All right, you ready?
All right, we're gonna find out.
Wait. You don't know what a rage beat is?
I guess I'm gonna
you know
find
the
out.
song Mr. Rage?
I don't think so.
All right. Just play it.
All right.
It's a
3,
it's a genre. Yeah.
2, 1.
I like this. Nice. Welly would be on this.
Like somebody rapping just as fast as possible would be sick on this.
No. This would be like Welly punching in.
I can see Welly on it.
Or like Future.
The melody we play here.
I wish I could like tell on this and have it be Bang it up.
It is soothing.
A little up.
Ooh.
I like this a lot. I
Yeah, me
thought
too.
that was fantastically mixed as well. Even if it's bricked up like that, probably gonna leave some headroom for the vocalist actually. But like,
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. What do you have to say for vibes, Josh?
No, I liked it too. I thought it was really well produced.
Very Pure Born esque.
Yeah, it's got like the right energy, like the sections last the right amount of time. It's like a structure that makes sense, I think. Yeah, I think it just works. It feels like a good foundation for somebody.
Mhm.
I don't
What's
think
up? That's so dirty. You don't have to have a fast track profile, but if you do sign up, the sign up or the submission process is much shorter. You don't have to keep entering your information.
Yes,
We'll save
that
it.
and you'll be eligible soon to use our like music
Beta.
project management. Yeah, so we've got like an actual product outside of just the stream stuff
Yeah.
for helping you like keep track of all your projects and the versions of your tracks and inviting collaborators like Google Drive, something like that, and tasks and like just all this stuff to keep your teams organized, which yeah is a whole thing we won't get into right now.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. It's like it's a good foundation for somebody to go off on. But what do you think?
I pinned it because it makes me feel good. That's cool. What I think, dude, I love this beat a lot. I was just saying during the song, if I could have like this in my DAW and live stream the DAW and then me freestyling it with autotune on it and then have that be synced so that you guys would listen to it. That's what I wanted to do. Like this is a song that I would love to like hop on and like do something to like immediately.
Yeah,
I think it's like a great beat. It's fantastic. I thought it was mixed fantastically well. I think you could sell this to an artist um, right away. I think it's perfect. You have an artist in mind for that? Is that what's happening, or are you putting this on like Beat Stars or something? What do you got? But yeah, I think this has like a special sauce to it that is great. It's like I think unique enough. It's definitely like Pierre Bourne esque and maybe a little bit of Rage, but I'd say it's like a mixture of both. Really, I don't even know what to call that genre, like vamp, something like that. But
yeah,
like, yeah, I think it's a great beat for sure.
I agree.
I showed this in another stream and someone wanted it. There you go. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, I can see that.
but cool. Yeah, good shit. Anything else to say?
No, 5 score.
Yes, vibes score. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Ugh.
Boom.
Yep, I liked it a lot.
I
Content?
think I think the only reason I kept it at 80 is
It's not a song.
yeah.
It's not a
That's
song.
the reason why.
I get it. I get it completely. Yeah.
It's a ceiling. But yeah.
We can't give a type beat a purple, guys. Okay,
Yeah,
unless
it's
it's
like
like a complete song. But yeah,
yeah, this theoretically could be really cool.
yeah,
Um yeah, content. I mean, again, it's like the structure is good, the sound choices are good.
mhm,
It feels like it's a good foundation, like energy wise and journey wise. It doesn't have a main subject yet because it's not, doesn't have anybody on it. It's not a full song, but I think it's what it needs to be at this
yep,
stage. I don't know. I think like if you overcomplicate it, it may make it harder for an artist to like slot in.
yeah,
Um,
and do like their own vision.
yeah, it's probably better to have this be the foundation, then they can put their stuff on it, like their vocals and maybe a couple other layers if they really want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And if you're, I don't know how you're gonna be collaborating with this artist, but like, it'd be that's like the best when it's like the producer and the artist are in the same room and like the
yeah,
artist puts something down and you're like, oh, this would be sick if I did like a
yeah.
drop out here or something.
And it's not just a handoff. It's not just like, here's the beat, go make it a song.
Mhm.
Because like, I don't know. I just really don't think that there are a lot of like great songs out there where that happened.
Yep.
Right? Like it has to go both ways. It has to be like one. It doesn't need to be completely cohesive, but like you need to be able to go back and forth in the process to like land on the final thing,
Mhm.
not just get like the entire track, put your vocal on it, and then you're gonna be the next millionaire fucking rap star. Like,
Yep.
good luck.
Yep. That's true. Facts. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with Josh. I think this is like prime for someone to go crazy on this.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I don't have anything else to add really.
Yeah.
Cool. Content. I got a score to you.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same spot. And
Looks like
yeah,
my threshold's a little different. Yeah. Production.
yeah, and then production again, I think it sounds good. Like
Yeah.
it's pleasing to listen to. You probably do definitely need to leave more headroom for like the rest of for the artist to be on it and for anything else to be added before like the final mix and master happens. Cause right now it's gonna be a compression mess once somebody tries to master it, I think. Or just it's gonna be harder for the artist to integrate into it, I think, with it being this compressed, this brick walled. I mean, literally it's that waveform is like a 90-degree angle, like brick wall. uh, So that's one area, but it sounds good. It's just a matter of being practical for somebody to use. And yeah, Black had some good comments here about using Fast Track to for them
Bro, your autocorrect is crazy. What is faced?
to
Is that even a word?
fast to track. Yeah,
Fast track. Fast track.
yeah.
Yeah, but yes, that is the vision, man. And in fact, along with you in the beta, and sign up for the beta if you guys are interested. I think Dazzle Dare thought it was cool, but yeah, we have like the hip hop collective here at UIUC. They're literally like collaborating on their next album with this platform and like helping us find all these errors and stuff and bugs as well as feature requests. So yeah, they're like
Well,
putting in instrumental and then like, oh, instrumental plus this version's verse, and then oh, the
yeah.
producer changed it around. Like you could see all the versions, you could see timestamp comments, what people are thinking, people putting their lyrics at the start of their verses, stuff like that. So that is the vision for this feature set called the Projects Beta. So if you guys are interested, there's timestamp comments, there's version control, and there is sharing with collaborators with different permissions levels as well as tasks. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you guys, please sign up for the beta. What you were gonna say, Josh? I cut you off.
Uh, I was just
Breath.
gonna say that they asked if Rainer asked if it's free, and yes, right now it's free. It's like all of the basic like functionality will probably always be free. There you might end up paying for like storage space above 5 or 10 gigabytes eventually, but that's a lot of tracks. So right now it's like yeah, you can do it all for free, and that's typically what it is for these kinds of like platforms. Like just it's like with Google Drive, like you can't store 1,000 gigabytes of files for free because that costs a lot of money to do. But yeah,
Yeah, they're trying to they're trying to tell me how this would work. The only problem is like the beat audio is coming from like it's coming through your browser, right? So it's like there's probably a delay associated with that. I'm not in the same area as Josh is, so like my audio would be out of sync with the song. Yeah, it would be bad.
wait, what's being asked?
I was saying like, oh, I'd love to be able to like freestyle on this. Like, this is
Oh,
a song that I would be like, and in my head, I was like freestyling melodies and stuff, but I didn't want to sing it out loud because it would ruin it because there'd be
oh
like
yeah,
some latency. And so
yeah,
they're like
yeah,
saying, oh no, you could do this, you could do this. It's like, if I was like a single streamer, I'd know how to do it. I've done it before, but
yeah.
like with our light stream
Well,
setup,
the
it wouldn't
track is
work well.
playing through the server, so
Yeah,
it's being like
ain't no
served
way.
directly, which is better for audio quality. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's not gonna happen probably.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys. Sorry for the I mean, thank you for the sidetracking, but yeah, sorry for the sidetracking. Yeah, so what do we got? We're on production, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Sounds
Yes.
professional. Maybe I want the snare to pop a little bit more, but other than that, man, this sounds great.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there's much to say here.
Yeah.
Cool. You have a score?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Oh, 80? Really? Okay. That
Yeah,
was
I
really
mean,
good.
well, I guess production is one that isn't
I
going to
was kind
change
of
that
blown
much.
away that like it was bricked, but it didn't like that. That's crazy. I was expecting it to blow my
I
fucking
know, which is weird.
ears, but it really didn't.
Maybe there's a bunch of low end that's like extra low end that we just aren't hearing that's accounting for that or something. I don't know, which isn't a good thing because then if
No, it's
you
not a good thing.
bring it
Yes.
onto a sub system, it's going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Or yeah, it might be crazy, but anyways, yeah, this is fantastic. Great work. Track total
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. It's super good.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad that we ended on a good note. I just wish there was an artist on this, but
I know.
it
That'd be
is what it
nice.
is, man. What do we got here? There's some gear chat here.
Gear chat. I think we have a channel for that on Discord, don't we?
Yes, we do. Join our Discord. Boom. Bow.
Yep.
Revive it. Mine was labbing out $80 used, but you could get a rack auto tune unit. Crazy. Yeah, I was thinking about that as like a vocalist, like maybe instead of just lugging around my laptop and trying to do live auto tune through the DAW, maybe like a pedal or some sort. But
Oh yeah, for
anywho,
live.
yeah.
Definitely.
But anyways, that's the show, guys. Thank you very much. If you guys haven't heard, please join the Fast Track Beta, or if you're interested in it, if you guys are very interested in it and want to get in as soon as possible, DM us on Instagram, either at Karik Engineer or Josh HP or at FastTrack_music. Either one, we'll get it and we'll try to get you on as soon as possible. With this beta set, we're trying to do interviews with people. So we want to talk to you before you use the product, just to be able to, one, get to know you better, um, so that we can build you a better product, basically. So we're trying to do that with everybody we onboard. Like I said, it allows you to invite collaborators on, create projects, create tracks within the projects. Each track you can have multiple versions, a version history, and each version you can do timestamp comments on the waveform. You can also do tasks, and people will get notified through emails as well as in browser notifications. So, if that sounds interesting to you, and you have collaborative projects that happen over the web, even not over the web, it's just good as an organizational tool. As Black says, a structure. Then sign up, and we'll get you on as soon as possible. We want users. So, oh shit, Dom DeWise. Wait, I think I tipped to skip or whatever. Did you? Let's see
Oh
if you get
fuck.
it.
Why Slacka? Is that you? Are you Dom? Dom DeWise? Yeah,
We say
definitely.
Wise Slack a jazzy lo-fi boom bat type beat. Oh, he
So
did. We usually get through 5 songs in the stream, and we're at 6. Um,
yeah, we
maybe we
can't.
could.
You can see on the queue there that it says for future streams. So we usually get to 5, as we said, and we got through 6 today.
Yeah.
But so those two, so yours and ICSY Zabuza,
Zabuza. That's a
say
crazy
feature
name.
streams, so that'll be
Yeah.
next week. We can try to refund your tip, maybe though.
We could do that, or we could give you a free skip in the future if you want to keep coming back.
Yeah, or you.
That's an option.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, sorry about that. We'll remember about that. Yeah, we try to make it obvious in the website that says future stream, but
Yeah.
yeah, sorry about that. Thank you for the tip. We'll see what we could do about a refund. Actually, do you say did on fast track leads? Yeah, I'll just come next week, I guess. Yes, you'll be first next week, and we'll give you a free skip afterward. So like whenever you come back afterward, we'll make sure that just say like, hey, oh, I mean, we'll remember, but yeah, like we'll give you a free skip. So cool. Thank you very much. Thank you for tipping. It gives us encouragement that what we're doing here is good. Oh, coolio. Yeah. Cool. All right. They're happy with that. All right. Cool. Anything
I
else?
think I just did a refund because you'd be first anyways next week. So
Oh, okay. There
you
we go.
should. It might not come through immediately, but it's you should
Peace,
get that.
dudes. All right. Cool. You did it. That's the show, guys.
Sweet.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Sign up for the beta. And Josh, you have anything?
No, I'll just leave you with our one liner. Maybe this will satisfy our friend Black here.
Yep.
Artist first hub for streamlined music releases. So just a place that's built for artists to manage your music projects and make it easier. So yeah, especially through building your teams, which is our next feature set outside of just the project management. So yeah, excited for all of that. Would love to get people into it. If you want, just DM us if you want access to the beta feature set. And looking forward to that and being back next Friday. We're here every Friday from 5:30 to 7:30 Central. Trying to give as detailed music feedback as we can. For those of you in the queue there, if you have a new track next week or revisions, you can ask us and you can do a new submission and we'll keep your spot in line.
Appreciate you, Dom.
Yeah, but other than that, follow us on Instagram, FastTrack_music. Follow us here on Twitch to get notified when we go live. Join our Discord, which should be in the chat there.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Can you, when we're transitioning out here, can you paste that one-liner so Black can see it? It's the artist first. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
I'm gonna get some Five Guys, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Peace.